Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. Today's episode, Live Oak's Grodziskie. So this Live Oak variety is based on an old recipe, a Polish beer. So it's a wheat beer, but the wheat has been smoked with oak wood, coming in at about 3.2% alcohol, has a lower alcoholic content to it. Apparently has a very smoky taste to it, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. But back in Dean's house, and it smells like cigars all the time here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to distinguish between the two, but that's a job this mouth is gonna tackle. Actually, it smells like 10% less cigar because he hasn't been here in a while. As a matter of fact, his girlfriend, Svetlana, was running out the door when I was coming to here. At least she says she's the girlfriend. Dean says she's the ex, and I didn't want to get into it with her, but I did, because she needed some answers. I didn't have any. And she's got a tight grip. She's got quite the pinchers. I think this rib is cracked. Don't mess with Svetlana. I came here to make a payment to Chadwick. I owed him $15,000. Now it's $17,000. I don't know what a VIG is, but he kept saying that over the phone. 3 weeks VIG, I don't know. At any rate, I'm sure I'm gonna figure it out. I've got some really nice job opportunities out there, and sure they'll come through. Anyways, back to the beer here. I wonder if you could marinate something with this. Marinate a little steak, marinate a little chicken, and bake it in the oven. Maybe it'll be smoky, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. That actually sounds good, I'll be honest. You just dunk a brisket in this, you might not even have to smoke the brisket. Brisket, that's a Texas thing, isn't it? Having never had a smoked beer, I'm excited about this one. Seems like it'd be great to have in a summer afternoon. Let's crack it open. Ooh. I'm getting a lot of smoked meat here. Like they put a little summer sausage, and just threw it in each can of this beer, and just let it dissolve, like a mouse in a can of Pepsi. There's a woman who said she found a mouse in her Pepsi. Actually, it was Mountain Dew. Does Pepsi own Mountain Dew? The point is, she claims she found a whole mouse in there, and they argue that was impossible because mice would dissolve in the soda. Maybe that's what happened in here. Just kidding, Live Oak. Sure, it's a quality product, and no smoked meats were put in here. And also my apologies to Pepsi and Mountain Dew. I have no idea whether bones would dissolve in your product, though it does explain a little bit more the vast amount of kegs in Dean's basement of Mountain Dew. Anyways, the beer. Let's keep getting back to the beer, because that's the real star of the show. So because I've been able to spend a little bit more time at Dean's house, I was able to peek through the cupboards and find a TQ, which is a specialty beer glass. It's supposed to really open up all the aromas of the beer. So let's try it out. Really nice frothy head. Very, very pale and clear. So very clean wheat beer is what they say. Again, it's not using barley for the malts, it's using wheat. So because of it's being smoked, I was expecting a darker color, but doesn't seem to have that. There's a really nice clean look to it, and I'm seeing no bones. So either they dissolved completely or they weren't put in there to begin with. So take your pick. The glass really does open it up. Not only am I getting that wonderful yeast baked bread flavor, but also that really rich smoky flavor. Reminded me of those road trips with Mr. Schultz, my early childhood caregiver. He would take meats and he would put them on the engine block. So for our 2-hour drive to the beach, that thing would start cooking. By about 90 minutes, all that wonderful rendered fat would be wafting in through the little air vents. For years, I thought a Buick was a type of grill and a car. Nothing like bratwurst seasoned with exhaust fumes. I just mean there's really nothing like it. It's unique. Well, let's give it a sip. The initial flavor on the palate is very light, very clean. Again, that muted wheat flavor kind of dissipates quickly. You have this after effect of the smokiness. This is very pleasant with 3.2% alcohol. Probably not a lot of carbs, residual carbs in the beer itself. So very light, very refreshing on the palate. Let's give it another taste. Oh, got a little bit on my shirt. I do want to apologize for my appearance today. My portable iron crapped out this morning. I don't know if that's because of the 12-amp outlet in my vehicle or whether the iron itself is defective. But I was unable to iron the shirt on my dashboard like I normally do. Let's give it another sip. For a beer that's smoked, it's actually pretty refreshing and not very aggressive on the palate. Has some nuance to it. Boy, really taking me to a backyard barbecue. Yeah, all the neighbors peeking over the fence. Well, Pete was peeking over the fence. Pete the Peeker, or Pete the Peeper. I can't remember what we called him. He was never convicted, died before the trial. Smells like pork butts thrown in an air fryer with some wood chips and some metaphor in there. You tell me in the comments what that metaphor should be. I don't want to see any similes. I want to see a real, honest-to-God metaphor. If you don't know the difference, bing it. Who would be drinking this? Well, firemen, pitmasters, coal miners, Bitcoin miners, bears who want to prevent forest fires, and anyone in Texas. They love their smoked meats in Texas. I would pair this with summer good times, flip-flops, putting on all that sunscreen, trying to work the grill like Dad did, but just never living up to those expectations, not quite getting it right, or getting anything right, and living a life no one's proud of, especially my dad, wherever he may be. To the point where you start believing and hoping you are a bastard, and he's not your real dad, that Chadwick was right, and that my real dad is out there somewhere, maybe on the Mediterranean coast, rubbing little grapes between his fingers, wondering if he's got a son out there who can taste wine as well as he can. Well, I'm here, Dad, and I'm giving this a 87. What a delicious, refreshing smoked beer that lives up to its expectations and doesn't judge you.